Walt's kicking it and listening to Hank tell his story since Junior is still thirsty as hell about this run-in with Tuco. Junior is still obsessed with this damn shootout.
It's cool.
It's to Junior.
He's 16. His uncle just killed a drug lord.
He's probably been bragging about that since it happened.
Your uncle went out looking for your dad and instead found a drug lord who opened fire with an M16 and then he killed him. That's dope.
That's pretty dope. And then if you look at the other side of the coin, because you basically got two things that happened at the same time, right? If you're looking from Walter Jr.'s perspective. And this is more character development that they could have given to the kid that they completely refused to.
Mm-hmm.
But on this hand, you got your uncle who just was in a shootout with a drug lord who had a automatic rifle on him and won. And on this hand, you got your dad who was found naked in a supermarket.
Yeah.
And it's like those were the same couple of days, right?
And it's like, which one do you want to talk about? Because motherfuckers are going to be asking about your dad, and you're going to go, yeah, my Uncle Hank went looking for him, and check this shit out. Like,
yeah.
From that point on, that's a division between father and son. Because, bro,
it is like
you're going to look at your dad completely differently after that.
Yes. Yeah.
And the man has no explanation?
Junior is mentally kind of distancing himself from his dad, from his father.
Yeah.
And I think it might be the fugue state thing that causes him to change or to start going by Flynn.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because, Walter was in the paper. Like, people know about it.
Yeah.
Right? Because when he when he goes back to teaching, the whole school, like the kids are making fun of him for being naked in the supermarket.
Mm-hmm. It was at least on the evening news.
Yeah.
High school, a local high school teacher was butt naked in a fugue state at the supermarket. Like, come on. That sounds like some evening news type of stuff.
That's
right there.
Evening. Everybody at the school knows.
Oh, yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me if Walt was like, all right, I can't be Walter anymore. I can't be Walter White.
Ironically, yet another reason why he should have just quit the job at the high school and went to work for Grey Matter. Because how can you fucking keep showing your face here?
Ain't no way.
You're a legend now.
It's going to take you at least 4 years for everyone to forget. At least the students.
And some of the students
you're a legend? That's just a high school
legend now?
Some of the
students got siblings. Like, bro, you are never going to live that down.
Yeah, Walter White. Yeah, he was naked in a supermarket that one time. Yeah, he's never going to live that down. At least get a job at a different school. Walt asked Hank to what he thinks makes criminals like Tuco who they are.
Where do they come from? Criminals like the one you...
And Hank kind of dismissed it and said, like, it doesn't matter, they're all just cockroaches and they run out, you crush them, basically. But I kind of took note of Walt asking that question. Like, I think that in a big way, Walt is, like, he's got this internal conflict going on with him, trying to figure out if he's becoming like them and, like, why. Like, he's almost trying to understand himself. I think that season 2 Walter gets overlooked because he's becoming the villain in this season.
Yeah, I suppose.
And like this is probably the most crucial or like the most important part of his transformation is happening in season 2. And he's trying to understand himself. And the only person who he can think of who might understand criminals like Tuco is Hank. But Hank is so like kind of dissociated that he can't get anything. Like Hank can't provide any sort of a rationalization to him to help him make sense of what's going on to him in his life as he gets deeper and deeper into the criminal underground.
I think you are giving Walt's morality too much credit. I always assumed he was asking questions like that to try to better hide himself in plain sight and make himself a better liar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that, but like I also
either that or he's looking for pointers to make himself a better criminal.
Nah.
The whole thing is about him and Jesse are the new Tuco. So what does it take to make a criminal like that?
From my perspective, I'm thinking like Walter is looking at Tuco and how Tuco was, because Tuco was nuts. And
Tuco was also successful.
Yeah.
I think that's more what Walter's looking at.
For real? You think this is
Yup.
still on some how about that ride along type energy?
Yes. Yes. I
Hmm.
think Walter is trying to take this as a time to learn.
I feel like it can be both. I feel like it can be that and that he's trying to understand himself because he's struggling. Like you never really like you get a sense of Walter's morality if you start to put together some of the decisions that he's making, but you don't really quite know who he is until the end of the series when he admits to Skylar that he did it for himself because he liked it, and that's when you get the complete picture of who Walter White is.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see Walter like really struggling with himself over the things that have happened to him in the last 6 months or so. He killed 2 guys.
I don't think it's been 6 months, man. I think it's been like half that time.
It's like 3 months.
Yeah. I don't think it's been that long at all since he killed Crazy 8.
We got to put together a timeline.
Okay. I'm sure. I bet you fandom already has one, but I don't think. I think, yeah, 3 months between Crazy 8 and Tuco, man. That's like not. That's a few weeks.
How long does a 1 round of chemotherapy
Take? I don't know, but we should look and we can use that to try to keep track of time.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
I want you to handle it.